The last couple of weeks have obviously other clubs will be affected by having more players away. Have you been able to pretty much get on with business as usual the last couple of weeks?
Oh, we've had 8 players away as well, you know, so it's interesting. So even just now, I've just come to the stadium for the press conference. One of our players has just arrived back from Uruguay, so I've just managed to have a short period of time with him. And obviously he's a new player, so he's not had an opportunity to train with us yet. So you know, and again, we've had another player just come back from Japan, his first morning with the players as well. So it's been a really interesting period of time, one that, you know, we're looking forward to having on many occasions in the future, because we want to have international players here at Southampton.
You mentioned obviously Ramirez there. When did he get back, and is that sort of a factor in whether he plays a part tomorrow? Well,
you know, as we speak now, he's having his MOT done. If he's out checking over where he is, I've had a conversation with him before. Obviously, he's done a lot of travelling. You know, he's played his games, and what we'll do is we'll take a good account of everything. We've got a great game lined up against Arsenal, and everyone will want to be involved in that. But obviously, we've got to make sure that everyone's in a good physical condition. You know, we've got players who have travelled to Africa, to Russia, to all around the globe, and what we've got to do is make sure that everyone's is in a healthy state of play before we select the team, whether that's starting or being an impact player off the bench, and making sure that they're physically right, so we don't put them at risk, because the last thing we want to do, because of the size of the squad we've got, is put anybody at risk. Then we lose them for a longer period of time.
When you saw the fixture list for the start of the season, you must have thought, wow, we've got last season's top 3 in our first 4 matches. I suppose come 5 PM on Saturday, you'd be quite happy to have got those out of the way.
No, it's really exciting. I mean, listen, we were in League One a couple of years ago. You know, we've come a long way in a short space of time, and I think we've got a lot of confidence growing here at Southampton. Obviously, the performances against Manchester City and Manchester United, to go and score 2 goals against both them sides, is really promising for what we're doing. Obviously, the physical outputs that we put in to make them competitive games is really pleasing. We face another game that, on paper, Arsenal are expected to win. But it's a great challenge, and a challenge that we're embracing, we're looking forward to. We think we're improving all the time. In fact, I know we're improving all the time. Getting to grips with the standard of this Premier League very quickly. And again, if we can just concentrate on working through the process goals, which we have been doing, obviously with the new players that have now just joined us, obviously the close of the transfer window, we're able to bring some good players in at the very end. If we can integrate them into the squad that we've got, then obviously we're very confident about our progression through the course of the season.
I think you've impressed and surprised many people with the standard of football in those first 3 matches. How frustrated or disappointed are you that those on-field performances haven't translated into any points?
Yeah, obviously, with you know, you look at where you put yourself in a position to win all 3 games, really. It hasn't just materialised for us, but the process goals are good. The way we're playing, I believe, is important. We want to keep good possession of the football, and at times we've done that very well. Obviously very respectful of the opposition, because you're playing against a high calibre of player who can pick a pass out, who has got good movement, and one opportunity they will punish you. So the levels of concentration have to be very strong, and I think the players have been outstanding in that. And I've got to remember, a lot of the players were in League One a couple of years ago, so you know, we've pushed the boundaries a hell of a lot. The players have moved with it. We've now got some good international players in the group as well. And again, it's the progression that we're looking to do. But as you rightly say, we need to get some points on the board. But if we work through the process goals, we give ourselves an opportunity to win the games of football.